Hey Angela, this morning we ended up doing autophagy. We were a little off schedule, but we did autophagy this morning. Talked about fasting and autophagy, how the metabolism disrupts autophagy. Got another full week this week. Tonight we have our lesson 4 for the 8-week. Saturday we started talking about this 10-day reset. We're going to talk about the meal plan, doing it a little different this particular one. Hopefully some more fun. There's all kind of ways to do a reset. So we try to mix it up, have a little fun with it. And we're gonna go through this, and then I'm gonna pull up the meal plan that we did, the sample meal plan that we did Saturday. We'll send this to you in an email in a little bit, but we've got some fun rules for this one that we'll be going over. So this is your 10-day reset. I'll just hit the highlights, the high points, and then you can ask questions if it's something you want to do. We're going to be starting this one Thursday. So one group can start Thursday, and that way you're getting through your only weekend of the reset, really. You're getting through it up front. The weekends seem to be the hardest for people to get through when they do a challenge. So while you're excited, we can start it on Thursday. That's the new moon, by the way. It's a good time to set some new intentions, refresh yourself, and give it a go. But it's a 10-day reset. It would end after the next Saturday. So that way you'd have Sunday, so you could enjoy the following Sunday and eat what you wanted to. We're trying to get through this with no tap out and with sticking to the meal plan. But we don't want you to quit if you make some accidental errors. We just want you to be all in. If you prefer, you can start Monday. Not today, but a week from this Monday. You can start on Monday. So you can start Thursday or you can start the next Monday. The purpose is to detoxify the body, renew the spirit, jumpstart weight loss. This is what will be in the class notes I'm sending. I just got finished writing them up. 10 days starting on a Thursday and ending on the following Saturday. Or if you start Monday, it would go through Wednesday of the following week. We're doing it a little different. We're going to have mess hall. Do y'all remember when we used to have mess hall? Anybody remember that? We had some fun back in the day with mess hall. On certain days, we would text you when the mess hall was open, and you couldn't eat if the mess hall wasn't open. So we're going to Fat Island, PHAT, pretty hot and tempting. So we're lightening up, loosening up, having some fun. This is the Fat Island detox. Is everybody with me? I can't see all the tiles. Y'all let me know in the thread if you with me. Let me know you in. I'm in. I'm sounding like those other YouTube influencers now. I'm in. All right, good deal. So there'll be days that the mess hall's open all day. And then there are going to be days where I have to let you know or you can't eat. So that way we're on the same page. And if you work third shift, we'll modify for you. But those of us that's not on a third shift, then no modification. We're going to have eating windows, open and closed. So we've got a structure. If you're starting on Thursday, we've got a structure of 4 days of eating normally, but from the meal plan. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then we'll play the mess hall game on the Monday. So those that are starting on Monday, you have to start out of the gate this way. But those of us starting Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we've got some ramping up to do. We're going to have 3 36-hour fasts next week. So in other words, when we stop eating Sunday night, we cannot eat again until Tuesday at noon. So on Tuesday and Thursday, we're eating two eating episodes those days. So if you'll visualize your calendar, you got Monday through Sunday. Monday's a part of your 36-hour fast. Wednesday is, and Friday is. Now, if you choose to do it Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, we'll let you do that, but we won't be able to play the mess hall game with you. We have to do that for those of us that's on the structure of Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So I'm going to pause for a minute and go over that. This particular reset, we're trying to get into deep autophagy. So Sunday evening, we all would stop eating that dinner meal. That's it. And then we're not going to eat again until Tuesday at around noontime, Tuesday evening, then we stop eating. And then we skip Wednesday, and then Thursday at noon, Thursday in the evening we get to eat. And then we skip Friday, and then we get to eat again Saturday. Does that part make sense so far? Now, we have something that you can eat. We're going to go over that. Even on your fasting days, we've got some things that you can have if you must have them. But they're pre-digested, high-protein supplements to help you get through and teach you how to fast. So it's like high-protein soup or kettle and fire bone broth or some yogurt. So there's things we're going to let you do if you can't go teetotal. We'll let you do that on those fasting days to make it easier if you've never fasted. But those of you that are adept at getting through 36 hours, I want you to get through 36 hours because you'll get into peak autophagy. Does all that make sense so far? Any questions about that part? That's when we'll play the mess hall game. Of course, Tuesday you'll say, mess hall's open. All right, so we've incorporated our 36-hour fast. That's going to give us 108 hours of fasting for that week. If you've never done that, the benefits of that are amazing. You're going to feel so mentally focused and clear that next week. You're stimulating your metabolism, 108 hours of fasting in a week, but it's not going to feel that way because of how we're structuring it. You're going to get into deep autophagy. The spiritual component is every day we're all going to pray. We're going to spend time with devotion, whatever it is that the Holy Spirit puts upon your heart for you to get in alignment with Him and His will, we're going to do. So we don't want to have a day in this 10-day reset that we don't spend time in prayer and in devotion, spend time with the Lord. Your daily routine includes your fiber packet, your probiotics. We want you to take your herbal tablets. Now, you heard Janice say, well, I don't want to do that, but can I follow along? You can. Now, I don't want you comparing your results to people that are doing it all in. And what will happen is when you start seeing the leaderboard and people are doing really good, I'll get a message that says, why ain't I doing as good as the other people? You got to compare apples to apples. So there's going to be people that go all in. So I'm not saying you're going to get the same results that they're going to get if you're doing it, you're just playing around with it. But if you go all in, you could easily lose 5% of your body weight in those 10 days. But we're doing more than that. We're taking in our probiotics to get the good bacteria in the gut. We're taking in our insoluble, soluble fiber to bind to toxins and help pull those out of the system. And then before bed, you're taking your herbal tablets to speed up the transit time. These are safe and effective. I still want you to take your vitamin. If you're on a vitamin, if you're on collagen, I still want you to take those. Portion control, if you're eating a whole food meal, we want to use our standard portion plate or the two-hand rule. You'll see the whole food meals in a moment. They're basically any red column, any yellow column. Meal frequency on your eating days is going to be 2. Now, let me pause there. If you're starting Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 2 would be ideal, but if you have 3 approved meals, I'm okay with that. But when you get into Monday, It's the 36-hour fast with the training wheel items that we'll go over. 2 eating episodes. Mess hall will be open 2 eating episodes a day on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Meal ideas. Egg white omelet with spinach and mushrooms. That would be a red column. Salmon with squash and steamed broccoli is a red column. Chicken breast and zucchini or broccoli. Approved chicken salad or tuna salad. London broil over salad. Approved spaghetti with Explore Cuisine pasta, keeping it as clean as we can with the pasta. Unstuffed cabbage rolls. Hillbilly or hobo soup. Salad with hemp hearts. So when we're eating our whole food meals, we want to stay red column, yellow column. Starting Monday through the rest of the week, how many eating episodes can we have? Does anybody remember? Once we start Monday, Thursday you can start getting acclimated, Friday, Saturday, and then we hit Monday all together, regardless of your schedule. We're doing Monday together, and we want to limit that week to 8 eating episodes, excluding the training wheel items that we're going to go over. That may be the confusing part, but I think we'll clear that up in a minute. So the 336 hours during your fast, we're going to be able to have some high protein pre-digested goodies and be able to graze on them. I would prefer you not to do this more than 3 times. I want you to work hard at trying to say no to yourself. But you'll have things like kettle and fire bone broth. I just put that in my coffee cup and sip on it. Health-wise high protein soups, 000 yogurt, a GC Control or Beverly shake, a Premier shake's fine. Health-wise hot chocolate or cocoa ringa, bio coffee mixed with cocoa ringa, 4 Sigmatic mushroom coffee. You can have a maximum of these training wheel items up to 3 servings in a day on those fasting days. There's an exercise component. I want you to try to get 100,000 steps in 10 days. Some people we assign to exercise to because they can't get those steps. So for example, someone they've got to walk to their mailbox and back 3 times. We want you to do something. If you're in a wheelchair, I'll give you something. I don't care if we're holding out some pinto beans and doing arm circles with them in our wheelchair, but I want you to do something to get moving. But if you know that you're capable, in 10 days, we're going for 100,000 steps. This is on the honor system. If you don't get the exercise component, you don't have to tap out. We only want you to tap out when you just threw your hands up in there and said, I don't want to try anymore. It's all about getting your mind right, resetting, giving your metabolism time to heal, to relax, to reset. I'm going to pause there, then I'm going to go to the meal plan that we come up with Saturday. Does anybody have any questions about any of this so far? I think you'll see in the class notes, it's laid out pretty clear. Any questions? No, you don't have to do supplements, but I wished you would. But you don't have to. It's up to you. I'll be doing them. Some people will be doing. If you get the 10-day reset, please forward me your receipt so that I can send you some help to offset the shipping. It has nothing to do with them. They don't offer this, so you can't go to them. But if you get the reset and forward me your receipt, I'll send you a code that you can use in our Shibby shop.
Hey, Travis, this is Kay.
Hey.
Is it too late to get the 10-day reset so that I can start on Thursday?
It's not. If you do, you probably though would have to do, and it's not very much more. You probably need to do the 2-day shipping or wait until Monday to start.
I think I'll try the 2-day shipping because Thursday through this original schedule works for me really well. So I'll try and do and I can't get this from the Shibby shop, can I?
No, they won't let us sell the reset in the Shibby shop.
Okay, no worries. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm glad you're starting Thursday. I'm starting Thursday too. I usually start on a Monday, but I'm gonna do this one while I'm excited. I'm gonna start on a Thursday, get through my first weekend, and it's downhill from there. Anybody else? What's in the reset? So there's a fiber packet. So you have the fiber packet. I do this about every month now. I used to do it 3 or 4 times a year, but I do it almost every month now. So I do the fiber packet mixed in approved beverage. I do the herbal tablets. This is the cleanse tablets. I can't find better anywhere. And then you do the probiotics. That's your reset. Don't follow their meal plan. It's more of a performance meal plan. This one's more of a weight loss, fat loss, detoxification meal plan, autophagy meal plan. Okay, so I'm going to pull up our worksheet. I think we've got it laid out pretty simple if we don't overthink it. Paulette couldn't find the cleanse. Lisa, would you give her that link to the reset? Paulette, look for Lisa to post it there. Yeah, she just posted it for you there. All right, so I'm going to go into my worksheets. We did a worksheet on let's see, I think it was right here. Yeah, detox. Okay. That's why I do worksheets so I can find stuff. All right. So on our fasting days, look at all the stuff we can graze on over here. We just use this as a worksheet. Kettle and fire bone broth. So let's say that it's Monday, Sunday night, I have my dinner, and then I'm done. But let's say that Monday I'm really struggling. I got a lot working against me, and I just can't seem to make it on water only all day, or so I need something. I could um, cook me up a warm up some kettle and fire bone broth, put it in a coffee cup, sip on that for the next hour. I'm gonna be getting amino acids, gut be gone, butt be gone. I could do the high protein soups. I love the beef and noodle, the chicken noodle health wise. I could do 2 packs of those and just sip on that. 2 packs is 1 serving for our purpose. So you could technically have 6 packs of that in a day. You'll get through the day so much easier if you're getting a little bit of protein in. It will disrupt autophagy some, so less is best. 000 yogurt, approved shakes, high protein oatmeal, health-wise hot chocolate, cocoa ringa. You can even do the AHS pancakes. We don't want to do mighty muffins. People were asking about that. You could do them over here as part of your real eating episodes, but on your fasting days, a mighty muffin's a little too much. We still want to get into autophagy. The cleanse bottle is in your reset, Paulette. Does that make sense, sis? So the 10-day reset has the herbal tablets in it. You won't find it by itself. They only sell that in that kit. It's the 10-day reset. No problem. So snack freebies, these are what we graze on. Then we're having red and yellow column meals or some select meal replacements. So for example, let's say that it is Tuesday. I fasted Monday. I might have grazed on some stuff. I had my reset components. Now it's Tuesday and I've went 16 hours and it's time for lunch. Does everybody see what I'm doing over here? So I can have some avocado toast. That's a yellow column meal. For dinner, I could have salmon and squash. So I get 2 eating episodes on Tuesday, on Thursday, on Saturday, on Sunday. Does that make sense? And here's some meal ideas. I'll put this in your class notes, but it's not all that you can have. you can choose from these, or you can go with any red column, yellow column meal. If you understand what those are and how to put them together. So let's say Tuesday I had a third of a hemp bar for lunch, and then pork tenderloin and green beans for dinner. Then Thursday I had a egg white and spinach omelet, and then I had some spaghetti for dinner. Do y'all see what we're doing there? We're going to rely on the Lord. When we get weak, he gets strong. When we decrease, he increases. I could do a mighty muffin, and then for dinner have some shrimp dipped in some ghee with some broccoli. I could have for my early meal some AHS fettuccine with tuna in it, and then for dinner lettuce wrap. Have me a hamburger with a lettuce wrap. Very simple. Wednesday's a fasting day. I can't have any of this. The mess hall's closed. But I can have this stuff. I could have a shake to sustain me. And then for dinner, I could even have some pancakes. You're basically fasting because those things are protein, low carb, pre-digested. Does all that make sense? Should be fun if we do it together. We can do anything for 10 days. We're going to easily drop 5% of our body weight, if not more. It's very doable, Kelly. It's a fun one. This is one of my funnest ways to do it because do you see what happens? I don't know if this will make sense to y'all. When I allow myself the training wheel items, I'm not as panicked or worried about my fasting days, and I tend to do more fasting. It's weird how that works. If I tell myself I can't have nothing, I can't have nothing. I obsess over it, and I often have to give in. But when I know that I have some things I can have, I tend to actually eat less on those days. Just knowing that I have a backup plan and I'm not limited. It's not that I got to go with nothing and panic. I have some items. I tend not to need them. It's weird how that works. But if I'm like, nope, can't have it, I obsess and I usually end up doing it. Any questions or comments about any of that? We're going to put this together in some very concise notes and send it out here in just a little bit. I already wrote it up. Any questions, comments before we go? Yep, you can have, yeah. You can have beverages any day. So any approved beverage, Ocean Spray diet, with or without apple cider vinegar, a V8 Splash diet. If you want to have a Sprite Zero or a Coke Zero, that's not the best detox item, but if it helps you get through a day, I'm not opposed to it. Spark, any of our approved beverages are fine. How do you mix the fiber? The fiber packet, you just mix in Spark or Ocean Spray diet. They have flavored peaches, citrus, but I like to put a little more flavor with them. So I'll usually use Spark. You could use Ocean Spray diet if you're not a Spark fan, or Sustain if you're with Melaleuca. Sustain is a good one. Zip, any of our approved beverages. V8 Splash diet. What flavor's the best? I think unflavor's the best seller. I usually get citrus. I like the flavored ones better than the unflavored one. Make sure you get all the goodie out of the bottom. You'll always have some residue, but you want to get all that in. So I'll pour a little more water in it and get it down. I want all that insoluble fiber to bind to that undigested matter. My stomach, because I reset so much, my stomach, that little pooch is not there like it used to be. A lot of that pooch is undigested matter. So if you will become a regular advocate of resetting monthly or quarterly, you'll notice some superior benefits down the road. It takes time to get that undigested matter out. It's like ash in the chimney. You got to get all the ash out. A lot of people that they're lean, but they have the little distended pooch. I don't mean to be nasty, but there's a lot of undigested matter in us because of the types of foods and processed foods we eat. And it's hard. You got 30 feet of intestines. So you got to consume enough, you got to get enough hydration and enough insoluble fiber. And then those herbs speed up think of the herbal tablets. So you've got the insoluble fiber that's binding to toxins, right? That's kind of like your broccoli. Okay, you got your insoluble fiber that's binding to things. You're getting your good bacteria in there. That loosens stuff up. But think of this is kind of weird. Yeah, he's giving me an idea to give you. So think of your herbal tablets like WD-40. Does that make sense? The WD-40 kind of loosens things up, right? You're trying to twist something off and you can't get it off, and you put WD-40 and you get it off, or it's squeaking. So that's your WD-40. Don't consume WD-40. You'll be dead. But the herbal tablets is like our WD-40. That's loosening things up and speeding up that transit time. Don't consume WD-40 or Johnny Toilet Bowl Cleaner. Don't do that. Anybody else got anything before we go? We want to make sure everybody's clear on what to do. We want you to have a good 10 days. It's all about the food we eat and our supplements and movement, hydration, sticking together. Y'all good? No questions? Let's say got one here. If you have a holiday, how do you get back to EFB in one day? Try not to have holidays during the reset. If you're trying to get back into EFB in one day, a good way to do that is as much fasting as you'll do, at least 10,000 steps. You got a PSP, pee, sweat, and poop. So fasting, hydration, wow challenges will get you back into EFB because they're so low calorie, but you got to get a lot of movement in. Getting back in EFB is you got to get rid of that glucose that you stored, and the glucose is attached to water. So you get rid of a lot of weight. So instead of 2 days to get back in EFB, you just have to do more work in that one day. A lot of, you got to kind of, you almost got to be really low calorie or fast and go get a lot of steps in. Got to sweat it out. You can start Friday. Just whatever day you start, just make sure you finish your 10 days. If you're doing the reset, get all that stuff in. If you're not doing the reset, even 3 days. 3 days helps. 10 days a lot better. Everybody good? So you'll sign up officially in the challenge section. Let me show you in case you're not used to it. This is how we'll keep up with you, or otherwise we won't be able to keep up. Go to the challenge, and you've got the PHAT detox. Lisa's going to add one more that starts Monday. We've got 6 people signed up already. So the fat 10-day detox, pretty hot and tempting. And then we'll add another one for the Monday. But this is where you'll accept it and sign up under the challenge section. We've got, go ahead.
I'm still new to me. I'm still new. I don't know where to find out what things are as far as the 1 plus 2 plus 3. I mean, I pretty much know the 1s, the 4s, and the 6s. But like my caretaker made me some of those black bean brownies, and I have no idea.
Okay, so you still struggling with categories?
Okay.
Is that what you're saying, Miss Diane? You're still struggling with your categories? So if I go to Fast Track, let me know if you don't know where I'm at. So dashboard, and I'm in Fast Track. And I'm going to go to the basic food library. So here's your 1s and 2s. and then you have your 4s and 2s. So any of these ones that I put with 2s, I'm going to give you ideas in the document, but if you don't like those ideas, you can come and do any 1 with a 2 or any 4 with a 2. So I've got Boar's Head Tavern ham with some green beans, or I've got, if I want to do some fat-free cottage cheese, with or without a 2. You don't have to add a 2 to it. I could have some 000 yogurt with or without a 2. Some salmon and a salad. You know, your leafy greens is in category 2. Category 4 is your proteins plus fat. So things like whole eggs, steak, those kind of things. Now watch this. Diane, do you see these hearts? So if I mark these, let's mark the ones you like, okay? So if you like these, watch this. I'm marking the ones I like. I like steak. I like ribs. I like eggs. Did you see what I did there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So watch what I can do. I can go to my dashboard if I have access to it, and I can do hit advanced combinations. And if I want to know what 1s and 2s are that I might like, I just click that button and then I run it, and it'll give me ideas. It'll say, give me just a minute, and then it'll put me together ideas. But I'm gonna email you that document so that you've got ideas. But if you don't like my ideas, you can put together 1s and 2s and 4s and 2s.
Right. But if you eat something that's not on the 1s, 4s, and 7s and 2s, like I was saying, the black bean brownies, I don't know what to put on the journal that is.
Black bean brownies would just be, that's a recipe. So
I just put that on there, a recipe from the library. Yeah.
that's fine. Yeah. Now that's not on the detox, but like on your regular meal planning, you're just calling that's either going to be a meal or a snack depending on your quantity.
Right.
You don't have to list categories when it's a recipe. You just put the recipe down.
Okay.
Because recipes aren't necessarily the right combination, because we're looking at the entirety of the nutritional impact. So we just have to make sure that our protein is greater than our net carbs, depending on the release times of the carbs. So when you have a recipe, some people will still list it in their journal, like your black bean brownies are probably a 6+2 or something. But I don't do that, because if it's a recipe, it may have a little carbohydrate in there, but I've offset it with enough protein. So I just list the recipe in my journal.
Okay.
The only time that I list combinations is when I'm taking specific whole foods and putting them together.
Okay.
But when you talk about a black bean brownie, there may be something in there that doesn't fit our combination guidelines. So if now I understand what you're getting at, you're talking about how to journal recipes. You just put the recipe. So when we're looking for success, we start this way. The best success is following whole food combining. This is the simplicity of the program. We take those things God provided that grow from the ground and roam the earth, and we put them together in the right way. That's the way we should all be eating. We should be taking 2 or 3 foods that God provided and putting them on a portion plate in the right combination. Does that make sense to everybody? That's your first level of success, but that's not how we all live. So instead of just having an organic, clean eating program, we allow for people to cook, people to have fun, people to have recipes, people to do weird things, right? Like black bean brownies. So we have recipes that can't really go by those combinations, because like that black bean, I'd have to go look, but it might have a 3 in it. Can I put a 6 and a 3 together? I can't. But if I control the overall portion and serving, can neutralize that carb impact. So when you get beyond whole foods, you start having approved recipes. You have approved perfect pairings. Have y'all heard me say we can make anything work? We can make anything work. We just have to look at the overall portion and the glycemic index of each item. Recipes are already approved. So in my journal, I don't try to put 6 plus 3 plus 4. That would confuse people. I just put this is an approved recipe. And how we know how good it is for weight loss is by the weight loss meter. So if a recipe is in our library and it's a positive 1 number, is that a good recipe, y'all, for weight loss? If it's +1, that's not a good recipe for weight loss. It might be good for maintenance. If I see a recipe and it's a -2, is that a good one for weight loss? That's a good one. So yes, it would make for a more simplified program if we only taught how to combine 2 or 3 items. But then we would rule out all of our people that love to cook and the chefs, and there'd be very little approved on the program. Does that make sense, everybody?
Thank you.
Thanks, Diane. Good question.
Can you mention one more thing? I know Joy's not coming anymore, but her husband just got diagnosed with a spot on his prostate.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
For anybody that can, pray for them.
Yeah,
Joy's got COVID again.
yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
Those of you that remember Joy, y'all pray for Joy. She was a big advocate of the program and for personal reasons dropped out, but y'all pray for her and pray for her husband. We miss her. Tell her we miss her. Tammy says, I drank the fiber drink 3 days in a row and now my stomach is killing me. Maybe I didn't drink enough water. Could be diverticulitis. So we're not doctors. I appreciate Tammy raising that. If you have diverticulitis or Crohn's, you may not can have fiber, but I'll have to leave that up to you and your own knowledge of your own underlying issues. So if you've got diverticulitis, you know you're supposed to kind of stay away from insoluble fiber. That can work against your diverticulitis. Yeah, yeah. If you have diverticulitis, autoimmune issues, until you clear those up, you probably should stay away from heavy fiber. Fiber is really good for you, but you may have to do something like line or shark days for a while until you can identify what foods are causing these issues. Let them heal. Let your gut heal. Then you'll be okay. You need fiber, but too much insoluble fiber, if you've got Crohn's, diverticulitis, anything like that, that's going to be painful. Anybody else? I would proceed with the detox, but they need to talk to their physician, Tammy. I don't want to get myself in trouble. So what they have to do is take the food. They probably don't need to do the detox because they would have to take the food list. The things that help us detoxify are the things that are rough on Crohn's and colitis and diverticulitis. So probably don't need to do the detox. I hate that, but there's so much fiber on the detox. Now, what you could do is detox with those soothing things like they may could do it that way if they get their doctor's approval. With the kettle and fire bone broth, the Healthwise high protein soups, those should be soothing to the gut. There's no fiber. It's the fiber in the category 2s that cause so many, and the superfoods and the nuts and the seeds that cause so many problems for people that already have those issues. You could still detoxify just with more fasting and less fiber, more soothing foods. Anybody else? Everybody feel like they know what to do when we start? Okay, good deal. Well, we appreciate everybody. We'll close out in prayer. Don't forget tonight. Tonight's the most important class. That's lesson 4. Lesson 4 of the 8-week. Hope to see everybody there. Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in the earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day, Lord, our daily bread. Forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. And Father, we ask that your will be done in Joy's life, her husband's life. We know that you know what their needs are. And if there's others here that are sick, have affliction, anything like that. We read about King David, and King David said, before my affliction, I'd forgotten all about you. But after my affliction, God, you are good and you do good. Sometimes when we go through things, it's to point us all back towards you and towards heaven. And we thank you for that, God. Thy will be done in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank y'all. See you in a little while. Bye, everybody.